So you have a Northern California police officer. He is no longer employed with his police department after posting disparaging comments about the Black Lives Matter movement on social media. So a Pacific Grove police chief, Kathy Maldalone, said in a 6-minute video posted to the department's YouTube channel on a particular Wednesday that the officer who made the comments on the right-wing social media platform Parler in November was no longer employed by the city of Pacific Grove in any capacity. Now, she said she couldn't really go any further than that because of legal constraints, but late last year, the chief said the post in question said, F Black Lives Matter. It said pending the investigation. They said the officer was placed on leave at that time. They said citizens had sent screenshots from the Parler account identified as belonging to Pacific Grove officer Michael Gonzalez. His name is Michael Gonzalez. No, he wasn't a Mzungu. He wasn't. Now, when people hear the name Michael Gonzalez, they said the images were disparaging the Black Lives Matter comment and posting for the release of Kyle Rittenhouse. It said the Illinois teen had killed 2 Black Lives Matter protesters in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Now, if you know anything about the Latin world, and if you take a study on that, just don't even get to America. It's a lot of anti-Black hatred in Latin America to the darker skinned people and even Black people themselves in Latin America. Colorism reigns supreme there. Okay. And do you know that in their countries, when they're the darkest ones, they're discriminated against the most when they're the darker ones. When they come to America, they're not the darker ones anymore. They're going to be considered lighter now when you come to America, and Black people are going to be the darker ones. So then when you start seeing with a lot of them, they start discriminating against Black folks, and basically they treating Black folks the way they were treated in their countries. Isn't that weird? You would think that, well, you understand, how you were treated. So it was, it would kind of like make sense that you would have some sort of camaraderie. But and I'm not saying all, of course, I'm not saying all, but you have too many white identifying people that's in the Latin community. They white identified. They name is whatever it is, but they out there with the Proud Boys. Like I say, we go back to Enrique Tarrio, right? He's, like I said, a shade lighter than me, but he is the leader of the Proud Boys, a Cuban. If you look at Enrique Tarrio and just glance at him and turn your head, you think he was some lighter skinned or ambiguous looking Black dude. That's how that dude looks, right? But he's out there with the Proud Boys. He don't have the same skin tone. Like I told people all the time, white supremacy is an ideology. It is a terrorist ideology, and it has no bearing on skin color. Y'all have to understand that. I mean, it would make more sense, of course, if a Mzungu was one, because, it would benefit them. But their whole thing is, and why they be that way, they feel that, well, if I can impress the white supremacists by becoming one myself and being an enemy to Black people, then just maybe I'll get to be in the house with Massa, and I get some crumbs from the table. Okay. That's really all they want. They feel that if I join with the white supremacists against Black people, then I will be treated better in America because I don't want to be treated like them Black people. So let me let the white supremacists know that I will prostrate myself at your feet. I will worship you and do whatever you want me to do. And I will be on your side because I'm a weak and I'm a coward, because and we know a lot of them weak and cowardice, because a lot of them left where they come from. Instead of fighting for their stuff in their own countries, in their own homeland, they run over here. And then if you don't have the courage to fight in your own homeland, you're not going to come here and fight either. But you want to join with the white supremacists to fight against Black folk. And Black folk ain't done you anything. The white supremacist is the one that ruined their homeland. The white supremacists have ruined all of Latin America. Read the book, Confessions of an Economic Hitman. They detail all the crap they done in Latin America, how they have killed leaders that were supposed to be for their people, how they store resources, how they've done all kind of things to ruin the economy in Latin America. But they don't look at the white supremacists as ruined it. No. They want to come join with the white supremacists. I'm talking about those who want to join with them against us. And then you wonder why black people are saying, why are you talking about immigration when because the way we looking at the immigration thing is you importing more white supremacists in here now. It's enough we got to deal with the ones we dealing with that's already here. And now you about to import some? Or you about to have some caravans or something coming? That's why black folks are getting to this, saying that, listen, man, we ain't for all that. Because every time we look up, you coming in and being racist. Now, on top of that, I mean, he was a straight white supremacist too. He had a decal on his vehicle with the motto "Molon Labe," means come and take it. I mean, just straight. He is like straight white supremacist in the mind, but he's Michael Gonzalez, and he does not even look like a white passing one either. That's always the interesting one of it. And people, on Twitter, this conversation comes up a lot. I was saying, listen, if you guys, those of you who say that, well, not everybody is like that. I'm not saying they are. What I'm saying is y'all are too quiet about it. Like, you don't speak up. You don't say, hey, wait a minute. We need to eradicate this anti-blackness. And why is it that we see people in our group literally joining with the freaking Proud Boys, which is the new age version of the Ku Klux Klan, right? Or you joining up here with the 3 Percenters, or you joining up here with the Oath Keepers, all these different, right wing white supremacist militia. You joining that. Why? What black folks do to you? Nothing. We haven't done anything to anybody. Ain't no group of people could say black folks went to their countries and oppressed them, stole their resources, stole money. Black folks didn't kill your leaders. Black folks didn't poison your water supply. Black folks didn't, put no drugs in your countries. Black folks didn't do none of that to nobody. So the question always, and I always say, present that to them. Why y'all hate black folks so much? Seriously. And listen, well, because you're lazy. Okay, if we lazy, let's go with that dumb stereotype. Notice that we didn't become lazy after we got out the plantation working for free. But anyway, let's go on that stereotype that we lazy. Well, that means there's more jobs for you. So why is it being lazy bothering you? Well, you sag your pants. And why is that bothering you? Are you sagging yours? All the dumb things they come up with, that stereotypes that was made up by white supremacist terrorists, right? They say all these things, say why they don't like black people, and which nothing that black folks do on a bad day affects them because they don't live around black folks like that. No one actually could tell you why they don't like black people. I mean, a legitimate reason. Nobody can. Because black folks don't have a history of oppressing, pillaging, stealing resources, raping, doing whatever. We don't have that history. That's what I'm saying. All these people that hate black folks without a cause, your judgment's coming too. Oh, yes, it's coming. And you are not going to be immune. The same judgment that the white supremacists is getting, you getting it too. They're not going to be the only one. All of you that's participating in that against black folk, you getting it too. The judgment from God. That's what I mean by that. You getting that. The judgment from God, not from me. You want to get caught up with them people, and a lot of you are getting caught up with them people too. Black folks, a lot of black folks, there's some black folks cry and break down with that. Like, why do they hate us so much? But you got to get to a point, brothers and sisters, that like, you don't care if they hate you. Matter of fact, if you anticipate the hate, then you're already good with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if you hate me because I know you hate me. I'd rather say you hate me until you prove that you don't. That way, I'm not even like shocked if you hate me or not. You understand? Because I see so much hate going on constantly. I just have that assumption for the most part, just even certain things that's being said or certain looks they may give. I'm not going to tell you what the looks are and what they say, but they just kind of give it away. They don't like you or not. I mean, most black folks know what I'm talking about, right? So, we're going to constantly keep seeing this mess. And the thing about Trump, what he stirred up in this nation was they came out from underneath their rocks and underneath their ditches, right? And let them be in the forefront. That's a good thing for black folks. Black folks don't like the reality of that. But at least he was fired. But, you know, is he going to go to another police department? Is he going to terrorize black folks? Well, we know how that goes. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the situation, you know, with this, you know, former cop saying the most egregious things about black folks. We didn't do him anything or his community anything, but, you know, they never have a legitimate reason why they hate us.